Hi, I'm Hui Lyu, a PhD student at Zhejiang University. I'm so happy that I could have this chance to introduce our research, which is about the performances of postural stability and anticipatory postural adjustments between the trained and untrained young male adults following general muscle fatigue. Anticipatory postural adjustments refers to a phenomenon that the postural muscles activated before the actual occurrence of the predictable perturbations. It serves to counteract the forthcoming postural disturbance as well as support the performances of the voluntary movements. For example, when the soccer players intend to kick the ball, the early and efficient activations in support leg is very crucial for the performances of kicking. APS could be affected by various factors. Some research find altered APS performances after exercise-induced muscle fatigue, and the outcomes were inconsistent. APS have also been suggested to be plastic and trainable. However, the effect of long-term training experience on APS was unclear. Thus, we would like to find out the effects of general muscle fatigue and the long-term training experience on anticipatory postural adjustments and the static postural stability performances. Here, we enrolled 18 untrained young male adults and 18 age-matched young male athletes. Subjects in both groups completed the same single experimental session. After protocol familiarization and warm-up, bilateral fast arm raising test and the postural stability test were performed in random order immediately before and after the fatigue protocol. The anticipatory postural adjustments were detected with wireless electrodes attached to anterior deltoid, lumbar multifidus, and the transverse abdominis during bilateral fast arm raising tests. Subjects were required to stand upright and relaxed, hands grasp a bar. When the lights turned on, they raised their arms as fast as possible and stopped at the shoulder level. Static postural stability test required the subject to stand upright and relaxed for 30 seconds. Muscle fatigue was generated using rowing ergometer exercise. Subjects were encouraged to row at the speed of 200 meters per minute and was 20 minutes in total. Electromyographic data were processed for the onset and the APS-IEMG detections. The occurrence of perturbation, here the red T0, was determined by the onset of the anterior deltoid. The onset of the other postural muscles were detected within APS window. APS-IEMG were normalized and averaged according to the formula below. Center of pressure trajectories were processed to measure the medial lateral anterior-posterior sway velocity, the total displacements, and the envelope area. Repeated measures ANOVA were used with one repeated measure of fatigue, pre and post, and one independent factor of group, trained and untrained. Pairwise contrast with Bonferroni corrections were used to explore the significant effects. The level of significance was set at p-value less than 0.05. Figure 1 and Figure 2 displayed the onset time and APS-IEMG in lumbar multifidus and transverse abdominis before and after the general muscle fatigue. White bar represents the untrained group, and black bar here represents the trained group. The white and gray shaded areas separated the pre- and post-fatigue conditions. The red asterisk indicated a significant main effect for group in lumbar multifidus, suggested that the trained group activated lumbar multifidus earlier and larger regardless of fatigue conditions. The results of COP were presented in these graphs. White and gray shaded areas separated the pre- and post-fatigue conditions. The red asterisk indicated the main effect for fatigue. The black asterisk indicated the significant group-by-fatigue interaction effect. Results show that fatigue lead to delta-rated postural stability performances in both groups, and the differences of static postural performances between groups were shown after fatigue that the trained group swayed less than the untrained group. So it comes to the conclusion that long-term training experience could facilitate the feed-forward control mechanism, and the effect of training on postural stability could be evaluated with fatigue intervention. More detailed information about this research could be found in the abstract. Your comments and suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for your listening.